Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. My name is Tim Greimel. I'm the House Democratic leader. I'm joined today by Representative Julie Plawecki and by Representative Bill Lavoie, who is our Minority Vice Chair on Energy Policy Committee. I'm also joined by Jocelyn, who is a concerned citizen who's going to be talking about the importance of something that's really quite important to all of our lives, and that's good, sound energy policy. Michigan has some of the highest electricity costs in the nation, and that makes it harder to compete economically with other states. It has real impacts on the pocketbooks of hardworking families in our communities. The debate over Michigan's energy policy and energy future is playing out at an important time. Our energy policy is truly at a crossroads. Michigan's highly successful clean energy policy stops expanding after this year. Since the law was first passed in 2008, clean energy in Michigan has been creating good-paying jobs, reining in costs, and protecting our air, land, and water. It's time to build upon the success of a good policy program that's been in effect for 7 years. The recently announced federal Clean Power Plan paves the way toward a cleaner energy future. That's why we're calling for action today on our Powering Michigan's Future legislative package. This legislation would increase Michigan's renewable energy standard to 20% by the year 2022, while including off-ramps to make sure that we're controlling costs. It would continue to spur innovation and spark investment in wind, solar, hydroelectric, biomass, and other renewable energy investments. It would increase the energy efficiency standard, helping businesses and families reduce energy waste and save money. Because we all know the cheapest energy is energy we don't use. And finally, Powering Michigan's Future legislative package will control energy costs and ensure reliability and affordability for years to come. The success we've seen in clean energy over the past 7 years is truly remarkable. We've seen nearly $3 billion in private sector investment in renewable energy. Advances in technology have driven down the costs of renewable energy dramatically. And while we're using more clean energy every day, we're also taking meaningful action to reduce energy waste. Michigan families and Michigan businesses save nearly $4 for every dollar that is invested in energy efficiency. Over the next 3 years, that means Michiganders will save $1.2 billion through reducing energy waste. I'm proud to be joined by several of my colleagues today to talk about the Clean Power Plan and what it means for Michigan's sound energy future. We'll also discuss our bill package to double our use of renewable energy and energy efficiency standards. And now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Representative Julie Plawecki, to talk a little bit more about the Clean Power Plan. Julie?
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Representative Julie Plawecki. On behalf of my constituents and Michiganians across the state, I'm proud to be a part of this event. The recently announced Clean Power Plan provides a tremendous opportunity to improve our public health and protect our valuable resources, our land, air, and water. That plan will also address climate change, which is one of the greatest challenges of our time. Michigan is well positioned to begin taking steps toward the goals of the Clean Power Plan. For far too long, polluting power plants have been allowed to emit unlimited amounts of carbon pollution into our air and water. The Clean Power Plan finally puts the health of Michigan kids, families, and seniors first by calling for a reduction in carbon pollution from power plants nationwide 32% by the year 2030. In addition, the plan should slash other harmful emissions such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. In Michigan, we have the flexibility to design our own state-specific plan to meet that goal. And due to our renewable energy and energy efficiency standards, we're well on our way to meeting this goal. What's even better, we have huge opportunities to grow our already thriving clean energy sector to transition away from expensive, dirty, and outdated coal. The Powering Michigan's Future legislative package can help us get there. This legislation will smooth our transition to cost-saving, pollution-reducing clean energy like wind and solar, and reduce energy waste. Reducing pollution of our land, air, and water is a pressing need in Michigan. Dangerous pollution from power plants contributes to asthma attacks and other respiratory illnesses. Michigan has one of the highest asthma rates in our country, and the Clean Power Plan provides us an opportunity to rein in some of its major contributors. Pollution also contributes to tainted drinking water and bans on eating fish from our lakes, rivers, and streams. As the Great Lakes state, surrounded by so much fresh water, we should be leading the charge to protect this precious natural resource. The Clean Power Plan provides a real opportunity to become a cleaner, healthier state while also helping to address climate change. It guides our state toward what we should be doing more of already: investing in increased renewable energy and energy efficiency, putting the health of our families before profits of polluters, and better protecting the clean water that defines our state and drives our economy. I'm proud to support the Clean Power Plan and urge Governor Snyder and my colleagues in the Michigan legislature to embrace this opportunity to protect the health of Michigan families, reduce pollution, and protect our invaluable natural resources. And now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Representative Bill Lavoie, to talk more about our plan and how they're going to do just that.
Thank you, Representative Plawecki. I'm State Representative Bill Lavoie. I represent the 17th House District in southeastern Michigan. As lawmakers decide how to move forward as our renewable energy standard stops growing this year, we have an opportunity to be a leader in renewable energy, bringing new businesses to our state and helping to create jobs. As a Democratic Vice Chair of the House Energy Policy Committee, I look forward to working on the implementation of the Clean Power Plan, especially when it comes to keeping utility rates as low as possible as we work bringing more clean, affordable energy and the jobs it will create to Michigan. The good news is we already have the policy tools available. Earlier this year, I worked with colleagues in the House and Senate to develop the Powering Michigan's Future legislative package. This package is truly about economic development and creating good-paying jobs. Increasing our use of renewable energy and reducing energy waste will create jobs, spark investment, and launch new businesses in our state. Our clean energy sector currently supports 20,500 jobs and $5 billion in economic activity. Across the state, Michigan workers are manufacturing, installing, and maintaining wind turbines and solar panels. And Michigan companies that build energy-efficient products like appliances, windows, and insulation are thriving. One example is in the district I represent, Ventower Industries, that's located in the Port of Monroe, and they manufacture wind turbine towers. And they are now being installed in the state of Michigan and across the country. We have entrepreneurship and innovation in our DNA with existing businesses that are here. Growing our clean energy economy means more growth for businesses and more local jobs. Locally produced renewable energy is a strong economic driver that attracts investment and creates good-paying jobs that can't be shipped overseas. Expanding our use of clean energy will build upon our manufacturing strength, talent, and know-how, and grow Michigan businesses. Another thing to note is that Michigan is falling behind in the clean energy race. Nearly 30 other states have stronger renewable energy or energy efficiency goals than Michigan. Other states in the Midwest, like Minnesota and Illinois, are reaching for clean energy goals of 35 and even 40%. Michigan can and must do better. We're on track to meet our goal of 10% by the end of this year. It's time to build upon this success and set a new goal of 20% by 2022. We must also do better when it comes to reducing energy waste. Michigan utilities are exceeding their energy efficiency goals, saving money and creating good-paying jobs for Michiganders. By doubling the energy efficiency standard, we can save Michigan families and businesses money. Other proposals being debated in Lansing right now would repeal the standards. Those plans would be a major step backwards. Protecting and expanding our clean energy standards will give businesses the certainty they need to grow, hire, and invest in Michigan. And standards ensure we have a diverse energy mix going forward, protecting ratepayers from potential future price shocks. Contracts for renewable energy like wind and solar are coming in at less than the cost of coal and are highly competitive with natural gas. The best part about these renewable energy contracts is that the prices are locked in for decades, sometimes even 20 to 30 years. That's unheard of, especially when it comes to fossil fuel prices and possible price spikes in the future. The Powering Michigan's Future legislative package will set a clear definition and direction for our energy policy going forward and will ensure our transition to clean, affordable, and reliable energy. At this point, I thank you for your time, and I'd like to introduce Jocelyn.
Thank you, Representative Lavoie. Good morning. My name is Jocelyn Howard. My background is in public health, where we strive to make population-level changes to positively affect the health of all Michiganders, but particularly those, the health of our most vulnerable populations. I'm here today on behalf of My Health, which is a coalition of health professionals and organizations advocating for policies to improve outdoor air quality and protect the health of children, families, and seniors across Michigan. Healthcare professionals across the state are seeing firsthand the dangerous health impacts of our over-reliance on coal. Michigan already gets too much of its energy from dirty sources, including more than half from burning coal. And our coal plants emit dangerous levels of mercury, sulfur dioxide, and arsenic, which are linked to heart disease, childhood asthma, lung disease, and premature death. Michigan's asthma rate is nearly 25% higher than the national average, and we should be taking steps to reduce pollution, not encourage more of it. A recent study by Environmental Health and Engineering found that our state's 9 oldest coal-fired power plants emit pollution that is linked to 68,000 cases of asthma exacerbation and 180 premature deaths in Michigan each year. The same report found that pollution from Michigan's 9 oldest coal-fired power plants is linked to health complications that cost Michiganders $1.5 billion per year, or $500 for a family of 4. Each dirty unit of energy replaced by wind or solar means a cleaner, healthier Michigan. The Powering Michigan's Future legislative package would increase our use of true, clean, renewable energy. The plan would reduce pollution and give Michigan cleaner and healthier air and water. Increasing our use of renewable energy and reducing energy waste will make our air safer to breathe and protect the health of our kids, families, and seniors. Using more renewable energy and reducing energy waste will reduce illness and ultimately save lives. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Democratic Leader Grimes.
Well, thank you so much, Jocelyn, for joining us today. Thank you for your public health insights and perspective. I want to thank all of the activist groups and partners who are working so hard on this issue. I also want to thank all of my colleagues, especially the Democratic members of the Energy Committee, for all of their very hard work on this important issue. And I want to make sure that all of you know who else has joined us from the Democratic Caucus on the Energy Committee. We're joined by Representative Brunner, Representative Garrett, Representative Smiley, Representative Miller, and Representative Byrd. And they're here today because energy is an issue that impacts all of us. And as our renewable energy standard stops growing this year, we have a real opportunity and a responsibility to set Michigan on a path toward lower energy costs and a cleaner energy future. The Powering Michigan's Future legislative package will build upon the success that we've seen over the past 7 years in our thriving clean energy sector. Since 2008, Michigan has seen nearly $3 billion in private sector investment in clean energy, creating jobs, reining in rising electricity costs, and reducing pollution of the state's air and water. Advances in technology and private sector competition are driving down the cost of renewable energy, creating an opportunity for Michigan families and businesses to save money. Michigan families and businesses are saving billions of dollars by reducing energy waste through increased investments in energy efficiency. The Powering Michigan's Future legislative package will increase our renewable energy standard to 20% by 2022. I'm proud to be a part of this event today, and I encourage all of our policymakers to support the Powering Michigan's Future legislative package. I also encourage Michiganders from across the state to reach out to their legislators and let them know that they support the Clean Power Plan, increasing Michigan's renewable energy future and energy efficiency standards while lowering utility costs for families across the state. We look forward to engaging in a robust debate here in Lansing as we chart the course for Michigan's sound energy future.